Welcome to the Wildcats Podcast, coming to you from Wildcats Studios, with your hosts Adam Lund and Jeremy Boucher.
Oh, welcome into Wildcats Studios on Rogers TV for another episode of the Wildcats Podcast, the Platinum Award-winning and longest-running QMJHL podcast. We are your unofficial voice of the 2025 Joe Trophy champion Moncton Wildcats, and we are presented by Discount Flooring Services, a division of Fabulous Flooring, home to the largest variety of high-end current, discontinued lines in hardwood, ceramic vinyl, and laminate flooring, luxury metal tiles, and even blinds for immediate purchase. Find them at 320 Collishaw Street in Moncton, or give them a call at 506-859-9909. As always, fan listeners, I am your host, Adam Lund, and I'm joined by your favorite co-hoster, Mr. YQM, Mr. Starbucks. We need one more thing on there, but Mr. Jeremy Boucher, how was your week, sir?
The week was pretty good, a little busy. I picked up a little side hustle.
It's a little side hustle.
A little side hustle to do when
OF?
No. This pays better than OnlyFans. So I
you got a lot of disappointed listeners just right now.
Oh well,
you guys have subscriptions?
The podcast OnlyFans account.
Podcast After Dark.
Yeah. No, I just picked up a little side gig doing some deliveries for DoorDash, which is actually pretty fun. I mean, it's I made some decent coin last week, so it's
I guess Mr. DoorDash now is
that's
put
another
that right
one
in there.
Yeah. It's pretty busy on weekends. I mean, I left the house on Sunday morning at 7:30 and probably didn't get home till noon.
Jeez.
So just back to back, and so I mean, it's that's kind of what I'm doing on the side here, and yeah, it's so my weekend was pretty much hockey and DoorDash.
That's right, folks. Use DoorDash hashtag not a sponsor, and you could have Mr. Boucher show up at your door.
You never know.
And give him all the critiques and questions you can muster.
I already got a 5-star review, so
nice.
We're all good.
We have started. That's his weekend was much more exciting. Although I did get to go to the Magnetic Wharf.
Yes.
Christmas Village.
Yep.
We went at 3:00 in the afternoon, trying to give away the tickets, which we ended up giving away at the nursery, MacArthur's. Which, if you're looking for Christmas stuff, again, hashtag not a sponsor. MacArthur's.
That's the spot to go.
Yeah, absolutely. We're gonna do that Wharf Village, I think, again at nighttime. It loses a little bit when you go at 2:00 in the afternoon, 3:00 in the afternoon. But we wanted to make sure to get Kiva there before she was bedtime and stuff like that. So much of a Christmas weekend. Started very slowly decorating in the studio, as you can see right there. Got a little tree up. There will be more, but started getting a little bit of stuff up because it snowed on Monday. And
not
much. But I'm realizing you want to get your lights and your stuff up before it starts snowing.
Yeah.
I used to be a December 1st guy. Still am inside the house. But outside, I'm like, I'm going to go with what the weather says.
Yeah.
So don't forget, as always, you can follow us on the social medias, Twitter, Moncton Wildcats, Instagram, Wildcats Podcast, TikTok, Wildcats Podcast, and, of course, on the YouTube. Don't forget to like and subscribe. Lets us know you like what we're doing as well. Click the bell so you don't miss any podcast post games or any of these wonderful podcasts. All right. We got a quick question coming in from Connor.Seeley on Instagram. Just leaving Halifax. This was Saturday night. Just leaving Halifax. Great game. Just a question or two for a future pod. How can the Wildcats improve their in-game entertainment? I hate to say it, but the fan experience in Hali is so much better than the Cats. As also, their fans fill the rink and they're actively into the game. I know there's no real solution, but how could you see the Wildcats improving the fan experience? Moncton seems like a library compared to the Scotiabank Center.
Yeah.
How much time do you got, Connor?
This is like a question that
we could do a show on.
30 years and,
at least 9 since we started this thing.
I mean, the Coliseum was always known as a library. The Avenir Center, they brought it downtown to bring in a better atmosphere. There hasn't been a better atmosphere. Yeah. I honestly, like, without saying too much, I just think it has to do with who's calling the shots and who has a say. And there were changes made that I think Adam would agree with me when I say we don't necessarily agree with them. Mm-hmm. And it starts with the music. I think we had a great DJ last year in DJ Psychedelic who played just played better music,
Mhm.
right? And with no disrespect to Adam the DJ, now I think is his name, is I think he's he needs to be more in the moment.
Mhm.
He needs to know when to play certain music and what music to play. I mean, on Sunday we heard the Good Old Hockey Game song twice.
Yeah.
I mean, I say this sarcastically, nothing fires up the crowd more than the Good Old Hockey Game. And there was actually a time during the game on Sunday when I think there was some bad, there was some technical issues, and you couldn't hear Marty. So all you were hearing was the game and the music. And in Halifax, they're playing music that kids hear, right? They're. I think the DJ in Halifax literally just plays the TikTok playlist, and that's it. I heard Pink Pony Club in Halifax. I've never heard Pink Pony Club in Moncton.
Yeah.
It's a song that
Everybody knows.
everybody knows,
Yeah.
right? There's a song, there's another TikTok song called No Broke Boys. It's a song that you could probably play at a hockey game, and all the kids are going to know. They're going to get up and dance. Like, it starts with the music. It starts with the people that are calling the shots. And it's troubling because I hate to say it, but as a Wildcats fan, I'm almost jealous of the atmosphere that you get in Halifax all the time, because it's so much better, and it's been like that forever. And Moncton's never been able to solve the problem.
Yeah. And I go back and listen to old episodes after I've gone to Halifax, I think for the first time or whatever, but there were a rink that was built downtown.
Mm-hmm.
So their fans have been conditioned to go downtown, go for dinner, have a date night, have some fun.
Yeah.
The Coliseum was get in your car, drive, go to the game. Some music's going to play. I just want to watch hockey and I want to go home.
Mm-hmm.
That's it. And that's what you've conditioned. And Moncton is an older fan base, so that's what they want. They're trying new things, but they keep spinning their wheels because they're trying new things, and they bring in someone new and they're given a month or so, and they can only do so much. And like, did you know it was minor hockey?
I had no
if you
idea.
Didn't know it was minor hockey night, could you have been told from the arena?
No, there was no mention of it being minor hockey day.
They talked about the teams at the end, which they do every game.
Yeah.
There was no mention of focus on this team, focus on this team, focus on this team. You go watch that Halifax game at the start of the third period when they're having the issues with the door, and they're getting better with the cameras on the kids.
Yeah.
But all the Halifax music was, it's not hard. It's a wedding playlist.
Mm-hmm.
Just go Google wedding playlist. Living on a Prayer should be played. That is a sing-along song. Country Roads, that's a sing-along song. Blink 182. Just anything to get them going. This isn't you auditioning to be a club DJ. This isn't a club that you're playing at. This is, you need to play music for the fans. There was a ruckus down in I think it was the Quebec game, and there was a bit of, it was Drummondville game. They're fighting and blah, blah, blah. And then when they separate them, they start playing an aggressive, like Disturbed, I think it was, song. Well, you missed your opportunity there.
Yeah.
It also starts with the PA guy needs to know the starting lineup. If you have to write it bigger, write it bigger. But the fact that he comes out and says Jacoby Weiner is the starter against Drummondville.
No.
One goalie's left-handed, one goalie's right-handed. It's easy to figure out.
Mm-hmm.
Then he says it in numerical order. Goalie, defense, forwards, or goalie, forwards, defense. Numbers don't matter. The next night, Mercier is in the starting lineup. Nope. Denway is in the starting lineup. Nope. Like, it's just the little things, and they continue to spin their wheels. And I'm going to give them the benefit of the doubt after the change was made for a few games. But man, I said to you at the first period in the Drummondville game, looking up at the press box, you look down in that intermission, and it is everybody's
on their phones.
Yep. It is just, it's dark in there. It's everybody's phones. And I think the biggest issue between a Halifax game and a Moncton game is that Halifax fans are going there to be entertained, and hockey is secondary.
Yeah. They had a freaking wiener dog race.
Yeah, exactly.
Right? You want to take me off my phone? Have a wiener dog race.
Yep.
You know what else got people off their phones at the Coliseum? A t-shirt cannon. We haven't seen a t-shirt cannon in Moncton in how freaking long?
You know,
I mean,
what else?
God love Greenfoot. They were shooting their Yeti teddies.
Yeah.
But nobody knew.
No. And
Right?
Halifax does the D&D, the military.
Yep.
They have a video package letting you know about the person.
Mhm.
Moncton had a first responder, just a random person. No lead up, no nothing. It's like when you go to Moncton, you're watching a trade show of commercials and a hockey game broke out.
So sad.
And like the Tim Hortons commercial is fine, but then cut to Tim Hortons in the building. Like, make your commercials. The only commercial that was in, if you go back and watch the Halifax game, the only commercial that was not team related was a golf course that actually had the players at, Hal was at, like they involved that. That was their commercial. Yeah. The best thing they've done all season, aside from 90s night where they had like old school commercials and stuff, was asking the players what the pager was. That stuff that is so easy to make. You have mounds and mounds and mounds of video footage from 30 years of this hockey club. It is the 30th anniversary. And if you don't know from the logo on the ice or the logo in the graphics package,
you'd have no idea.
You'd have no idea. Every intermission should be filled with the top 10 plays in Moncton history. Who cares who picks it?
I'll put them together.
Yeah. The top 10 hits, the top 10 goals, the best plays in the queue, the highlights from the 06 Memorial Cup, the 2010 Memorial Cup, the 2025 Memorial Cup, best goals in the 2019 season, like highlighting Jacob Pelche, who's a Flame, Connor Garland, who just had 1,000 points games, something like that.
No, Brad Marchand was 1,000.
Brad Marchand, Connor Garland just had something too.
So 500 points or something like that. Anyways, yeah.
But
there was
into your history in your 30th year. Just and I don't know, like maybe stop having JR and Paul Thomas ask for the fans to get excited. Not once do you hear that in Halifax.
And what is power play noise? I don't understand. Like, is there a difference between introduction noise and penalty kill noise? Again, respectfully to Paul Thomas, he has said power play noise for decades.
Yeah.
And it makes no sense. I've been in lots of hockey rinks in my life, and I've never heard someone say, make power play noise.
Yeah.
Like, is there like a different category of
noise you're supposed to make?
Noise you're supposed to make when your team's on the man advantage?
Maybe
it makes no sense. There's so many times in the past 2 or 3 home games that I've face palmed because I'm just so embarrassed of the opportunities this team has to do something exciting and different and revolutionary, and they just fail constantly.
Yeah.
And it's so upsetting because we have ideas, but we never get approached, right? We look, if it wasn't for Adam and I, there probably wouldn't have been a costume contest for that one Sunday afternoon game
100%.
against Halifax. I think that was, yes, it was 5 days before Halloween, but still, it was your last home game before Halloween. Yep. And they took advantage of it. They did a contest. And for God's sakes, they gave away tickets to the under 17 challenge in Truro.
Yeah. That's a hell of a prize.
That's a great prize.
Yeah.
Right? And what happened, 2 weeks after that? Well, the one who's we gave the idea to got let go.
Yeah.
Right? So
guess what game's coming up this week that they have yet to promote? Tonight. Guess what game is tonight that they have yet to promote?
I don't know, but I saw them take a picture of some guy in the bathroom.
Pride Night.
So Pride Night's Wednesday.
Pride Night is tonight.
Okay.
We'll see what we have.
Yeah.
We've seen it.
I will bet you $20. Yeah. And I will donate $20 to a charity of whoever wants to make a donation. Say, you tell me, Jeremy, they did this for Pride Night on Wednesday. This is a charity I want you to donate $20 to. If there's any mention of Wednesday being Pride Night, I will donate $20 to a charity.
And I will do that as well.
And because I'm so confident right now that in that office, they don't even know it's Pride Night.
Nope. And I'm not going to tell you things that they should do for it because it's the easiest things of life. But yeah, it's just your fans are tuning out because you're not giving them something to tune into.
Yeah.
And when they know it's going to be and look, I understand sponsors. We've got 6 of them. You can see the logo right there. You're going to see it change. You're going to hear ad reads. Things have to be sponsored. But also, you had a media day. When I went down to Tampa for the game last year, you know who told the fans to get up for third down and make some noise for third down? Players.
Yep.
You just have to make them make little videos. And he who is doing the new social media, make new videos to put on the screen instead of Paul Thomas saying, bring the noise. Like, your players bring in the noise. Just something. It's just, we've already gone 10 minutes on this. We could go
rocket science.
Full
it's
show.
So easy. It's obviously a topic that Adam and I are very passionate about because we know that we have the rink and the people to put together a better in-game production, and it just constantly fails, and it's disappointing. Like, as a fan of this team for
in that
3 decades, like it's disappointing.
I've almost been a fan for a decade.
That they're just constantly dropping the ball, and I mean, what they did in the playoffs to get people in the rink and to do the towels and everything like that made sense. I mean, but hey, look, it's true. When people are on their phones in the intermission, they shouldn't be on their phones. There should be some. Last year they had trivia.
Last year, yeah, I was gonna say.
Right? I understand. Look, yeah, you're on your phones because you're playing trivia, but that was actually engaging. There was fan engagement.
Yeah,
I won it once. It was a bottle of maple syrup. It's freaking maple syrup.
Yeah.
Right? I don't care if it's maple syrup. It could be a puck from the Roar store.
Yeah.
Right?
It's
Make it rewarding.
Yeah.
And programs. Do they still have programs? There's no more program numbers. There's no more program giveaways.
There's no program giveaways. There's no season ticket holder
This
giveaways.
Is the first time in 30 years that there's been no giveaways for programs.
Yeah, I haven't seen many.
What are you doing?
Yeah. And I'll give you one free idea that I think would be really two free ideas that I think would be really cool coming into December. So I'll give you tonight's game off. I'll give you the 23rd game off. But December 4th, 5th, 13th, 17th, 18th, 28th, and 31st should be a running 50-50 for Christmas.
Yep.
And even if you just want to go before Christmas deadline, so it ends on the 18th, a 5-game running 50-50 total.
You can still have your regular 50.
Stop with the 8,000, 10,000. You don't have to be in the building. You want people in your building. You have to be in the building to win 50-50. I know that everybody does it. I can't stand it. Get them in the building. 5 dates, rolling 50-50, the chance to win $80,000 before Christmas because the 50-50 got up to 160 in 5 games.
I mean, it's true. If you
promote it properly,
if you can guarantee, like, let's say an $8,000 50-50 or a $10,000 50-50. Yes, again, if they don't have a single game 50-50, if they don't have a 50-50 draw per game, it'll be the first time that they've never had a 50-50 draw for a game.
Yeah.
That part I understand. I mean, I think you can do it so that you have a 50-50 draw each game, but also be like, would you also like to buy tickets for our Christmas 50-50 draw that we're drawing on the 18th against the Cape Breton Eagles?
Yeah.
Right? Like, you can, who wouldn't want to win $30,000 a week before Christmas?
Oh, 100%.
Right?
That's all the team. Like, you saw the Blue Jays do it. The Oilers do it. I mean, nobody loves 50-50s more than Albertans.
Yeah.
The Flames are doing it, but it's just, it's something you can promote now to get people in your building around Christmas time, because you're competing with people's grocery money. And that's what is like, you have to engage them to come to the rink. The other thing, the grand prize on New Year's Eve should be season tickets for a year. They did it. I remember seeing the promo. They did it at one of the games way back in the day, but that should be your grand prize somehow to everybody. Buy a ticket to it, $5. It goes to this charity or this whatever players fund. I don't care, but a rolling 50-50 for the month of December and tickets for a year on New Year's Eve should be the prize. Those are the 2 December promos I will give you. And again, if anybody wants to hit us up from that organization and ask us our ideas, yes, we understand there's cost to do this stuff, but some of these ideas are absolutely free. And the cat has joined us in this show. So
it's the Wildcats.
Yeah,
podcast.
It's the Wildcat podcast. All right, let's get to some. You want to talk to a guest?
Yeah, bring him in.
All right, let's get to a guest.
View from the other bench.
And View from the Other Bench is presented by Waterworks Pools and Spas.
View from our bench.
Yeah, View from our bench this time. Providing Atlantic Canadians with custom in-ground pool spa service and supplies since 1986. If you're looking for a new spa service and maintenance by their trained technicians, or getting your pool water from green to clear, stop in at 194 Killam Drive in Moncton, or call them at 506-859-1980. And like Jeremy said, this is a View from our bench, and we are pleased to be joined from Glenville, New York, but he's actually in Moncton. Defenseman number 16, Tommy Bleyl. Tommy, how are you tonight?
Hi, I'm good. How are you?
Cool.
Oh, I'm not a fan of the snow, but I knew it was coming. But other than that, I'm doing all right.
Yeah, I'm no stranger to snow from upstate New York, so pretty used to it.
We've seen those Buffalo snowstorms can be quite extravagant.
Yeah.
So.
Oh yeah, they're pretty bad.
Yeah. I guess just a month into your first season in the Q. I guess just your thoughts on how you've adapted to the major junior game, if there's anything that surprised you in terms of speed or anything like that, or just kind of how you're adapting to the league.
Yeah, I know. It's super fast league, definitely really fun to play in overall, and I'm loving the boys, everything so far, and loving the workouts, practices, super intense with GMAC and the vets. So, they're taking me in. I feel like one of the boys already. So yeah.
Yeah, we heard those practices are pretty intense.
No wasted minutes.
Yeah, you weren't around for this, but we heard stories of his the first time he stepped on the ice at the Avenir last season for day one in training camp, how intense it was. So glad to know he's still he's still living up to it.
Yeah, no surprises there.
yeah. No, I'd like to kind of ask you about your experience at the league prospects game in Sherbrooke. How was that for you? And what did it mean for you to be invited to that game? Even though you were only in the league at that point for let's say 10 games.
It was a big honor playing in that game and getting invited. Super big deal for my hockey career, definitely. And it was really fun to play in front of a lot of scouts. We got to meet a lot of boys, play at the highest level I've ever played at. So, and it was really nice playing for GMAC again there, because I knew, we knew the practice plan pretty well. Me and the other Moncton boys that played, Ryan and Jacoby. So, I think we were pretty. It was a pretty successful weekend there. Yeah.
When I watch you, and I don't want to, make you blush or anything, but you remind me of former Wildcat Jordan Spence. I don't know if you've heard that before. And as well, like NHL wise, Cale Makar, and like your ability to jump into plays. I just go back to last game in Halifax, a 3-on-1, you break it up, you fall, you chip the puck, and you're gone on a breakaway. Like, just has that always been a part of your game? And how much of a green light do you have, as opposed to how much when you get to the bench, they're like, dude, no. How much of a push and pull is it? Like, how much of a green light do you have with the skill you have?
I think skating is a pretty big component of my game for sure, definitely. And sometimes I can do it a little too much. Coaches sometimes get a little frustrated with me, but Growing up, I practiced with this guy named Dave Randall. He works with a lot of players locally near Albany, New York, and around that area. And that's I grew up playing there a lot, working on my skating skills, and in that Halley game, it would have been nice to bury that breakaway, but I was able to stay on my feet. Luckily I didn't fall right on my face, but I created some separation there. Would have been nice to put in the net, but we got the job done. So
Yeah.
pretty
I don't
happy.
know. I don't know if you saw it, but yeah, you were probably too busy skating up ice. But if you look at the Wildcats bench, you can see Jacoby just banging on the boards, hoping seeing you on a breakaway. So, yeah, like you say, being from New York, I have to assume you had probably some options to play closer to home this year. Like maybe I know you played with a few games with Dubuque last year, so you probably had that chance to go back there this season. What ultimately, made you decide to sign with Moncton?
Just a combination of the coaching staff. I got to know the guys coming up here in July last summer, and the facilities, they're just unreal for a juniors team. I mean, they're professional, really. Um, I got to learn. I met GMAC. We went on a nice ride to PEI. He shared a lot of stories with me, and it was really nice getting to know him there. He's a really really intense guy, really nice. And he just kind of seemed like the type of coach I really wanted to play for. Dubuque's a great organization though, and it was a really hard decision. But
Yeah,
Moncton, it was just I felt like a home right there.
yeah, we know how much GMAC can talk. So I'm sure on your trip to PEI, you might have got what 5 words in or something like that. So
Yeah, plenty of stories there, but a lot of good life advice.
yeah, no, for sure. One thing myself and Adam have noticed is your family is in Moncton for almost every game. So like, what does it mean to you to have like such a supportive cast that travels so many miles to come watch you play?
Yeah, I can't thank them enough. I mean, they've been there. My dad, my mom, my grandmothers. They've been coming to my games throughout my whole hockey career, no matter where I've been playing. My dad, he's just probably the biggest influence in my career. He drove me so far to practices in Mid-Fairfield, Connecticut, playing for the Mid-Fairfield Junior Rangers for I think 8 years, and just they sacrificed so much to come see me, and I could just tell how happy they are to come see me. And it's really nice to see their face in the stands every once in a while for a few games, and it's really nice. Yeah.
Yeah, we got asked. I think the one time we tried to have you on the post game and didn't have the microphone, your mom was like, "Are you interviewing Tommy? Are you going to interview him tonight?" I was like, "Nah, I forgot the mic. We'll do next game." Oh, okay. And then I completely forgot to tell her we were going to have you on this show, so she'll probably be pretty excited to find that out. Obviously, you've had some goals away from the Avenir Center. You haven't quite
Yeah.
lit the lamp at home yet. Do you have a celly ready to go, or are you just kind of the wing it guy?
There's a few Sallys that are in style right now, the 6'7" Sally, of course, and for OT maybe the heartbreaker, but it kind of depends on the game situation. Yeah, but I have some go-tos, but that's a surprise for later.
Don't worry, it's just us talking. Don't worry about it.
You don't have to ruin anything with us. I guess we don't want to take too much of your time, but we kind of want to end this with kind of like a rapid fire where we just shoot a question at you and you give us your best answer. So who's your
Oh boy.
Yeah. Who's your first one, your favorite, your hockey idol growing up?
Rick Nash, believe it or not. He's not a guy that has my my like body or like game style or even position, but I took a liking to him growing up, and I wore 61 for like a lot of my youth career. And then once I switched to defenseman, Adam Fox was one of them for sure, and Cal McCarr and Quinn Hughes. I mean, obviously they're out of this world with their talent and everything, and I try to embody some of that in my game. So
is that why you're 16?
Yeah. 16? No, I'm 16 because in my freshman year, I couldn't do 61. I couldn't
Yeah.
do 61, and then I switched to 23 for the past couple years for Adam Fox, and then
Okay.
I couldn't do 23 this year because Riley Sampson.
Yeah.
But yeah, 16's I really like that number too. So it's doing me well.
Favorite Moncton restaurant or drive-through that you like to hit up?
I like Moxie's. Moxie's a pretty restaurant. I went there with on my tour with the McDougal's, and I also went there with my girlfriend. She came out. So yeah, I've had some pretty good experiences there.
Nice.
Love it. Favorite Christmas movie?
Home Alone, definitely. Yeah,
Yep.
love it.
That's on our list too. Yeah.
Favorite activity to pass the time on the road trips?
Oh, that's a good question. I've had a lot of good experiences. Probably listening to some audiobooks. I like to listen to some mindset books, Ben Bergeron, Boys in the Boat. That's a good one. And also listen to some music, of course, some pop, some rock, some country.
Throw on a podcast.
Yeah.
Oh yeah, and you guys too, of course.
Yeah. Shameless plug there.
Yeah.
What's your playlist? Like, what are you listening to?
A lot of country, definitely. I mean, like I said before, pop rock, country. I love, Luke Combs and those guys, and just kind of cruising down the highway, listening to that type of stuff. Yeah, rock mostly before games, but country usually.
And finally, final one for you. Teammate that's most likely to be a prankster or pull a good prank.
Oh boy, we got a couple here. I'd say Rudy Guimond. Yeah.
I don't envision that at all.
That's probably why.
Yeah.
That's probably why. I was thinking Sammy.
Yeah.
Yeah, that's another one right there. Yeah, definitely. Some of the vets for sure.
Perfect, man. Well, again, we don't want to take too much of your time on a game week. So again, thanks for doing this, and thanks for choosing Moncton, man. We really appreciate you taking the time though, Tommy, and good luck this season. Hopefully tonight you can get your goal against Sherbrooke. We can see that Selly.
Yeah, hopefully. Yeah, you'll see.
Thanks,
All
Tommy.
right, thank you so much.
Thanks.
That's what we need more of.
Yeah.
That's what our goal in the second half is, and into this year is getting more of these players, especially with guys from the States. Like, the Q guy, like the Quebec guys and the Maritime guys, you've followed for a while as a fan, blah, blah, blah. But these guys, you don't know their story. And I mean, we didn't really ask about growing up in New York, that's what I should have asked. Are you a Bills fan, a Jets fan, a Giants fan? Nobody's really a Jets fan, I would imagine. But yeah, you just don't know about them growing up. And again, I didn't want to make his head too big, but that's exactly who you see is Cale Makar, Jordan Spence. Every time he's on the edge.
He's so elusive, and it's just so awesome to have him. It's like he's just so talented that he's clearly could have had other options and other places to play, and we're just happy that he chose Moncton.
Yeah. Thanks, Tommy.
Yeah.
Yeah. All right. Let's get back to our show. We got to move some things around because we had that quick question that we knew was going to take some time.
Kind of passionate about.
Yeah. So let's get to the news and notes from around the queue.
News and notes from around the queue.
All right, news and notes from around the queue is presented by Speedy Auto Service in Moncton on Mountain Road. Whether it's routine maintenance or major repairs, the team at Speedy keeps you safe and on the road fast.
Can confirm.
And with tire season here, as the snow has already fallen, fun fact, now's the perfect time to book your tire swap and get a great deal on new tires, locally owned and trusted by Moncton drivers and proud to deliver honest service every time. Visit Speedy Moncton at 905 Mountain Road or call them at 506-857-2282, where great people provide great service. When the snow falls is not the best time to phone and book your tire appointment.
We're talking to you there, Mama Boucher.
The captains were announced for Team CHL in the CHL US Prospects game. I've got to go find them here. The captain was the guy from... I should have had this put out.
Is this the CHL one?
Yeah, Caleb Malhotra of Bradford is named
yeah.
team captain. Leadership group is Ryan Lynn of the Vancouver Giants, Xavier Villeneuve of Blainville, JP Hilbert of Kamloops, and Daxon Rudolph of Prince Albert in those games in Lethbridge and Medicine Hat. And I know it's not always easy to plan, but there's not a single player from an Alberta team on that roster. Just it seems a little silly. Ticket packages are now on sale for the 2026 Memorial Cup. If you thought selling a trip to there with your wife to Rimouski was difficult,
imagine a trip to wine country.
It's going to be much easier if you can convince that. We don't have to worry about it. We'll have our media passes for when we get to the Memorial Cup.
Yep.
But they are on sale right now. Sorry, where you get your tickets. Don't forget the game on Sunday or Saturday, the Charlottetown game has been moved to 3 p.m. on the 23rd to accommodate the Greater Moncton Santa Claus Parade. We got the team of the week this week. Let's get to that. I'm all messed up by the amount of things we do differently.
Yeah.
And I have everything structured and then I get thrown off. All right, let's get to the team of the week here. No Wildcats, sadly. Thomas Paquette of Victoriaville, 4 goals, 4 assists in 3 games. Igor Shiloff of Victoriaville, 3 goals, 3 assists in those 3 games. Felix Lacerte from Shawinigan, 3 goals, 3 assists in 3 games. Noah Labarge of Newfoundland, 4 assists in 3 games. Benjamin Cosset-Oyette from Val-d'Or, no goals, 3 assists in the 2 games. And goaltender Gabriel Dagg, 2-0, a .955 save percentage, and a 1.5 goals against average. And your player of the week, Gabriel Dagg. Like I said,
getting it done finally.
2-0, a .955 save percentage, and a 1.5 goals against average. Do you have a team of the week?
I mean, I do, but I know we're kind of running.
We're not running on time.
No,
we can jam
we're
it
good.
in.
All right,
Yeah,
let's throw it up there.
It's now time for the one and only Boucher's Team of the Week.
And the team of the week is going to be, again, a little bit of a different look this week with the Monctonian that just wrapped up this past weekend. I think I did this last year too.
Yeah.
So we're going to keep the tradition going with some lovely piano music here in the background.
In fact, I don't think they hear that. I think that's just in our ears.
Okay, well, if you hear it, great. If not, we just had some piano music playing in the background.
Thanks for the ads.
Yep. Starting forward out of the Steel Subaru.
Yeah.
Max Bryan. I know we had a nice chat with a couple Moncton scouts at the game Friday night, and I think we all agreed that he was not only the best draft eligible forward, but maybe the best top forward at the Monctonian.
Yeah.
4 goals and 4 assists in the 3 round robin games for 8 points in 3 games. Not too shabby.
Not too shabby at all.
Second forward is Nathan LeBlanc of the hometown Moncton Flyers. 4 goals in the 3 round robin games. So
Not bad.
big power forward. That's going to be using his size here and speed to his advantage. And finally, the last of the Sim kids.
Oh, there's a third one.
Ewan Sim, who again will likely bypass the queue for the OHL like his 2 brothers. But
see, if you play, you should not be able to do that.
But we did see his brother Lane sign with the Charlottetown Islanders after his time in the OHL. Didn't go too well. So we'll see on that one. On the back end, Jack Cameron, actually 2 teammates from the week's major minutes, Jack Cameron and Lawrence Williams. These guys are just tearing it up. Both are over a point per game on the back end for the weeks. I mean, these guys are going to go high. I wouldn't say the top 2 defensemen available for the draft, but they'll be, with the draft in Halifax, these guys, it won't take long for these guys to hear their names called, about 2 hours from home, which will be nice. And the goalie, another Moncton Flyer, Xavier LeBlanc. I like him a lot. I think it was only a few years ago that we saw him on the ice at the Avenir Center wearing a Wildcats jersey, being introduced as part of the Wildcats going to the Quebec Pee Wee tournament.
Oh, yeah.
So big goalie,
Good God, we're old.
Yeah, 6'1", 170. So he's a big goalie, right-handed goalie. So just that's another goalie I think we could probably keep an eye on. Played in Bishop's Kearney last year.
Yep.
So went prep last year and came home.
So technically, you had a Wildcat on your team of the week because you wore a Wildcats jersey representing at the Quebec team.
Yeah.
So technically, before I found out it was the Monctonian team of the week, I was like, oh, I think I know who his goalie might be. From Drummondville, Dayton Kitchener, who just decided to take off thinking there was a penalty and no call, and probably the easiest goal that Fullerton will score as the game winner. Did you see that?
Oh, yeah.
Yeah.
Take him how you get him.
Yeah. They don't ask you how. They just ask you how many. And finally, just some tidy news as we're approaching the trade deadline, which means maybe we'll have that meeting with Mr. McDougall, Mr. Taylor. Let him know our
yes. We'll give
list.
him our podcast wish list.
Yes.
And ironically enough, Wish List is also the name of one of the songs on Taylor Swift's new album. So I think it fits perfectly into our interview with Taylor McDougall.
Things I would never know. Speaking of which, did you know if you turn her album over and you draw an outline around all the songs, it's the Era Tour stage?
Shut up.
Dead serious. And the trade deadline is a little odd this year. Friday, December 19th, again, until Tuesday, January 6th at noon. So there's those random games in the middle of the week this year. I'm not sure why, but that is where the trade deadline will happen, and we will have it all covered on social media for you. Let's cover our team.
Weekly Rewind.
I gave it Taylor Swift back. Look at me go. Weekly Rewind presented by Alphas Appliance Solutions.
That's when you know the podcast we're right off the rails.
Yeah. Gladiator, buy more, save more events. Save 10% when you purchase 2, 15% when you purchase 3, or 20% when you purchase 4 or more qualifying Gladiator products. Qualifying purchases made till tonight, the 19th of November. For those and any other deals, give them a call at 506-858-5111 or visit them at 25 Halifax Street or go online to alphaappliancesolutions.ca. Once again, the Wildcats go 2-1 on the week, bringing the record to 11-6-2 for 22 points on the season, sitting 4th in the Eastern Conference, tied with Newfoundland and Halifax. Friday, back-to-back shutouts for the Wildcats for Rudy. They came into this one just like they did the last, as I said last week, this mirrored the road trip. They were fired up for this one with Drummondville coming in, winning 8 in a row, and they literally put up a statement. They got to their goaltender Lars early and 5-0. They never let Drummondville get any momentum in this game. They suffocated them. It was pretty much just a perfect home game for the Wildcats. As perfect as you can get. That's how they played.
Yeah, and we started to, we thought we were seeing maybe a glimpse of some positivity when it comes to, performances at home.
Mm-hmm.
And so it, got me excited that, maybe we were finally getting that Avenir, I don't know what it is, off the backs. But this is a pretty perfect game, right? They were disciplined. They stayed out of the penalty box. They just took advantage of their opportunities, got on them early, didn't look back. And I think that's how you win hockey games is, if you dominate from the opening faceoff and you just keep it going, it's going to be tough to beat this team once they start playing disciplined hockey and they play 60 minutes and they put on a show. It was a really entertaining game.
It's almost the same as what it was in the playoffs. The team that's going to beat Moncton is Moncton.
Mm-hmm.
And when they get themselves in penalty trouble and they can't kill the penalties, that's when they get in trouble. I mean, they got outshot 10-4 in the second, 11-6 in the third, but it never felt like they were getting outplayed. And maybe that's a lot of the shots were outside the zone, outside the dangerous zones, but it just never felt like they were in trouble. Kuzma and Veronin took a hit.
Mm-hmm. There were some people with some opinions on it.
That's hockey.
Yeah.
He came across the middle, his head down a little bit, just a shoulder.
Yeah.
And that's the hockey that we're in now, but I didn't see
anything.
I didn't see it live, so I had to watch the replays, which of course is slowed down. So then I went and found it. And it just, to me, it was a coming across the middle, caught him with his head down.
Yeah. that's it. I mean, yeah, if you look at the replay, it looks like it's an elbow, but really it's shoulder and the elbow follows through, and that's it. I mean, there was no suspension on the play. I know some people were, kind of upset that there was no suspension on the play. But I'm honest. When there should be a penalty, I'll say it.
Yep.
And there's probably going to be some people that listen to the show that will be shocked that when I say this, but it shouldn't have been 5.
No,
like it was a hockey hit. At the same time, I understand that the reason why it was a 5 is, at the same, you want to protect the players, you want player safety.
Yeah.
You don't want the game to get out of hand. I think the referees did a good job of, knowing that if they wouldn't have called a 5-minute major or a penalty for that matter, it probably would have got the game out of hand, and things would have been really chippy.
At that point, it's 3-0.
Yeah, and so I think at that point, I think the refs did a really good job at really calming the storm, because it probably would have gotten out of hand after that. So we will. They moved on. I mean, Kuzma missed 1 game, and we're just good to have him back.
Yep. Yeah, it's one time we'll actually say Brad Mills did a good job.
Yeah,
that's it. Fun fact: Rudy's not a fan of him. Not a fan of Rudy. And the city of Moncton has your back with Brad Mills. Then you get into Saturday's game, and for as good as the officials were in Friday, they were just absolute dog shirt on Saturday. I didn't see the first period. Came back to see 5 penalties against us. One of the weirdest 4-3 shootout victories. I mean, look, every fan has a thought that the officials are biased against their team in any sport. But when you see Halifax fans agree that they were come on.
Yeah, there's something wrong.
Like Lounsbury with 2 shorties, Desi finishes in the shootout. Like that is go in, win that thing. That is a resilient bunch that turned around and did that. I've never seen a coach denied a timeout.
Mm-hmm.
Doesn't matter if it's the first 5 minutes after getting 3 goals on 4 shots, halfway through, last 2 minutes of the game. I've never seen 4 officials ignore a timeout. And it was strategic. He didn't want Tornes taking the face off. That's his right to call the timeout.
Yeah.
But the fact that they flat out ignored it, it was shocking.
Yes. But I will say that it worked out in our favor.
Yeah, 100%.
And you'll probably wonder, well, why? Well, look, there's 15 seconds left in the game, and Trzynski ices the puck.
Yeah. Which
is going to give Halifax an offensive zone face-off with 15 seconds left. It gives Gardner was able to, the missed timeout allowed him to use his timeout then, and drew up a play, and they won the ensuing face-off and got the game to overtime.
Yeah.
So, I will address the Gabe Smith incident. Like I said about 5 minutes earlier, when there's a penalty that I agree with, I will agree with it. When there's one that I don't, I will flat out say I don't.
Yeah.
This was not a penalty.
No.
It was 2 players. Gabe was skating up the ice and made accidental contact with a Halifax player.
Yeah.
When they were reviewing that, I was under the impression they were reviewing it to overturn the penalty completely. Like we saw that one game in Halifax. I was godsmacked when that was called a 5-minute major. It was what did they call it again?
Blindside hit.
Blindside hit.
Which sure it is. He didn't see him coming. But that's because
neither did Gabe.
Yeah.
Right? Like it's if that's a blindside hit, then the hit that Caleb was on the receiving end when he got concussed, that should have been a 5-minute major. It was 2 similar plays, two players accidentally running into each other.
And they reviewed it in Halifax and didn't review it in Moncton.
Yeah.
And that's like, Taylor, if you're listening, we'll be your voice. And that's why I tweeted, like, take the fine. They didn't allow a timeout. We got 6 penalties. In fact, I had to go look at the penalties because I saw Gardner mouth to the official. How many more are you going to give them?
Mm-hmm.
And I was like, well, this can't be good. So that's why I saw the 5. So you got the terrible blindside hit. You got the no timeouts. You got 5 penalties in a row. Like, this is why sometimes it's kind of nice to be unofficial.
Yeah.
Because we can be the voice of them without being their voice. And that was a garbage call. It was a blindside hit. And in fact, the one on Desi was worse because Handel was taking Desi this way into the player. Yes, it was an accident. The player didn't see him, but Handel was guiding him in. And I know why they reviewed it. Like, they call them 5-minute majors because those are allowed to be reviewable no matter what it is, whether it's blindside, whether it's elbow hit to the head, whatever it is. As long as it's a 5-minute major, you can review it. But man, Handel's starting, like, I'll be shocked if he's not representing Germany in the diving at the Olympics.
Oh, he easily is.
Yeah, because he took a slash that every player gives in the queue, that little slash on the stick, and just, well, boom, arm goes up. Like,
Yeah.
And the worst part about that blindside hit, he was on the ice and he was back within 3 minutes.
Mm-hmm.
He played the final 2 minutes of that power play.
Mm-hmm. Yeah, he was out there about a minute later.
Yeah. And like I said on the live, because the way that Halifax, the room goes, they go down the tunnel and they turn left. Moncton goes down the tunnel and turns right, but you can see down the whole tunnel. I guarantee Handel was coming back as Gabe was walking to the room.
Mm-hmm.
They probably saw each other because he came back too quickly for almost being dead on the ice.
Yeah.
So
yeah.
It was a bad game all around from the team in black and white. But you get to Sunday after beating a team on an 8-0 run, shutting out a team on an 8-0 run, pushing back and being resilient to beat 2 teams on Saturday. They just got to find the even keel. They're 2 up, they're 2 down. I mean, you win that kind of game on a Saturday. You get the bonus of it's at 3:00. You get almost a full 24 hours before your next game on 3. And they just didn't have it from the go. Mm-hmm. They played. I graciously gave them 7 minutes. Mm-hmm. They got up 1-0. Quebec just scored the next 5, and it was like the second goal. They were deflated. And I don't want to take anything away from Quebec. They were on a 3-3 and they played at 7 p.m. the night before, finished at 10, had to get here from St. John, but they played a perfect road game. Oh, they weathered the storm early, and then they just slowly took control.
Yeah, yeah. And you couldn't say it better. Like, it was, I mean, I thought we were in for an entertaining third period, and I think Moncton just flat out ran out of gas. Yeah. Like, there was opportunities there where they had their opportunities. Deneau made some spectacular saves,
which he did in the playoffs.
Yeah,
right?
He won them this game, hands down. And look, it's I don't want to say this is Quebec's revenge, because you can't really get revenge on one win after a sweep in the playoffs. But they played a very, very good game. And it was just, I mean, the Dagenet shot was just a pro shot. That's why he's such a high prospect. And I think that was it my guy Ewens that scored the third goal. Like,
yes, sir.
There's the Wildcats D that's just standing in front of the net. I mean, block the shot or get out of the way.
Yep.
Right. I think it went off their shin pad, something like that. But it was it was deflected, so Warner lost sight of it. Yeah, and that was it. Like, it was over after that goal. It sucked the life out of the building. Mm-hmm. If there was any life to begin with. So you just gotta move on. I know we were looking to get some interviews done after the game on Sunday, and the players are going to be a while, and understandably so. Yeah, I didn't really want to wait around for however long it was going to be for them to come out. So we were fortunate enough to, allow to be able to get Tommy tonight for our show to kind of make up for it. So that's all I got to say. And I think while you said it on social media, we're on to Sherbrooke. Pride night.
Yep. It's just, I had something in my brain and then it left. It was tough. And that's what it was. Gardner on their post game on the Wildcats YouTube said, like, they got the big win on Saturday. They had a pretty good crowd on Sunday. They came in, they got that first goal, and they just couldn't find the next one.
Mhm.
And that's what is he, 6'7"?
Yeah.
6'8"? I don't even know what
To know is 6'8".
So close
Yeah.
to 6'7". Like when he goes down, he just takes up the whole net. And there was a chance for Gabe Smith early on that it was a perfect pass, but he just goes in the butterfly, he takes away the whole net.
Yeah.
It's a situation where I don't like losing. Let's just get that out of the way. But as much fun as last year was, it's kind of fun to talk about things that just aren't quite going their way and just little things that can improve. And I was going to look at this. I looked at the stats and I was going to be like, well, they had to be close to this record. Like, it just took them a while to get going. And no, last year they were 11-2 at this point, or 11-3 or something like that. But it just feels like they're riding the roller coaster. They're not. Last year they were just so even keel, and they had a pretty veteran crew with a lot of Q games. But this year it's like they get those big wins, and then the next one they just kind of drop off. Like, I'm expecting Sherbrooke tonight to be an absolute banger of a game.
Yeah.
That they'll probably get the W. And then you've got St. John. Then you're looking at Charlottetown. Like, St. John is not any slouch in the middle of that. They're 4-6 in their last 10. They're kind of getting some wins here and there. But you've got a Sherbrooke team you're looking to get revenge against. The number one team in the Eastern Conference in Charlottetown on Sunday. I worry about, are we going to come back on here and be 2-1 again because they couldn't find that low and keep it away?
Yeah,
right?
yeah. No, I think I think you'll see them rebound against Sherbrooke. It's I think whatever was said after that game on Sunday will we'll stick with the team. If I were to say, like, I have to point this out because our buddy Dave sent me this today.
Speaking of Dave, can we get back to the real top 10?
The real CHL
the real
rankings?
CHL top 10?
Yeah.
Like, please, the real CHL top 10. I need it again in my life.
If you flip the home record to just 5-3 instead of 3-5, we are 1 point behind Chicoutimi, and 3 points behind Blainville with 3 games in hand. So that's what home ice advantage will do to you.
3-4-1, 8-2 on the road.
Yeah.
And it goes back to the earlier conversation of it's a library. No one's excited in the building.
If the players are banging their sticks on the boards, the fans should be making noise too.
Yeah.
Right?
Make a little clap emoji. Get the fans something, anything. And
We're
that
not
has
going
to
to get
be
into
it.
that again.
No, that has to be it. Jacoby deserves another start. Keep putting him out there.
He's gonna get his win.
He's gonna get his win. He played a really good game. One of the goals was tipped. One of the goals was a screen. You take those away.
One of the goals was a perfect pro shot.
Yeah, it's 1-1. Like, it's there. He'll probably play against St. John because Rudy's going to go against Sherbrooke. Rudy's going to go against Charlottetown. And I'm okay with it. He played really well.
Yep.
There's some things that the goalie guru can work on with him, and he probably is, but he earned that start. Like
100%.
you had set up in the booth, the effort was almost wasting a really good game by Jacoby.
Yeah.
So I want to see him play again, and I think he'll probably get the St. John game. But again, it's the same.
Or throw him to the Wolves against Charlottetown.
Yeah. They won't expect it. It's another 3-4, I guess 3-5, and the same thing. You're going to get up for Sherbrooke. You got that middle game. You got a tough Charlottetown game, and same kind of thing. Then following week in Quebec with Victoriaville, Shawinigan, and Drummondville. But it's just find the consistency, and they'll be just fine. Dear Caleb, shoot.
Yeah, shoot the puck.
Shoot the puck.
Yeah.
Everything else you do is absolutely wonderful, and we love you as our captain. Shoot the puck. But that's about it. All right, let's get to everyone's favorite part of the show.
Eric Murray, Realtor. Buy our house from him. Stick Tap of the Week.
This week's stick tap is going to a fan of the Wildcats, and I think a fan of ours.
I would hope so.
Yeah, I believe so. So it's going to a lovely person by the name of Mackenzie. They don't know I'm doing this, so for confidentiality reasons, I'm not going to disclose the last name.
Yeah,
I think that's fair.
Yep.
So it was their son's birthday over the weekend, and it was a hockey team birthday party.
Yeah.
You want to talk about going all out?
Yeah.
You saw the pictures too.
Yeah.
This was everything to do with hockey, the Wildcats. Mackenzie covered everything. Like the floor was transformed into a rink. It had the nets. It had the face-off circle.
Penalty box.
It had the penalty box.
Scoreboard.
It had the scoreboard. It had everything. It was unreal. And like, even Wild Willie showed up.
Yeah, he's never showed up to my birthday.
Yeah. To the point where her son, got a dressing room tour, got to go on the Zamboni. I think I'm missing something here, but
got his name up on the jumbotron.
Name on the jumbo screen for birthdays. I mean, that's a parenting win.
Yeah.
Like you want to talk about, a memory that, your son will obviously remember for a very long time. Like that's like, I want Wild Willie at my birthday party, and I'm going to be 41 next year.
Adam's going to be 44.
Adam's going to be 44 in
for
February. And I think we're already planning an adult Sky Zone extravaganza.
I was just thinking, we're not having the Christmas party. We totally have this Sky Zone birthday party for me.
Have Wild Willie show up
and an adult Sky Zone.
So good. This party was unreal. And Mackenzie's the same one where like her son had like an unbelievable Halloween costume where it was like outer space. Like, Mackenzie goes all out for the kids, and it's
good luck topping it.
Yeah, really. Like you're tough. With that said, Bryson, I believe the son's name. So happy birthday, Bryson.
Happy birthday, Bryson.
Obviously it was everything. 4 years old, and I'm jealous of your party because of what was the thought process that was put through. Happy birthday, Bryson. Amazing job, Mackenzie. Just unbelievable. You can plan my birthday party any day.
The Stick Tap of the Week, sponsored by Eric Murray Real Estate with the Remax Avante team. If you're looking to buy or sell a home in the greater Moncton or surrounding area, make sure to check him out on social media or give him a call at 506-863-8802.
We're back.
We're back. Yeah, no, I think you're onto something there with the Sky Zone birthday party. I think they're on the road. The Wildcats are on the road, so we don't have to worry about that. Saturday night, my 44th birthday at Sky Zone, drinks, killing ourselves jumping, and Wild Willie shows up. I think that's an absolute wonderful idea on the
I am
on
game.
The birthday party.
I am so fun.
We wanted a Christmas party. We really did down at the ice bar, but it doesn't work with the game in Halifax because you've got some family stuff and then you're off to Ontario.
Yeah.
So it doesn't quite work, but there's a chance my birthday
there could be a podcast birthday party.
Could be a good time
with Wild Willie.
All righty, that brings us to the Wildcat of the Week, presented by Rosemary Lynn Massage and Spa. Right now, they got the teeth whitening available. Booking starts at $85. That gets you 3 15-minute sessions included in that price. Add another 15 minutes for only $20. Don't forget, they've got the loyalty card. Buy 9 spa services, gets 1 free. Call them at 506-830-1224 or visit them at the new location, 153 McLeese, as they are now accepting new clients. Well, I mean, when you have back-to-back shutouts, it's pretty easy to get on this. Now, one was last week, one was this week, but he shut down Drummondville. And then the next night he was there against Halifax when it was power play after power play after power play, keeping his team in it. He was 3 for 3 for the shootout. He gave us one of the best quotes about Brad Mills. If you haven't seen it, go to our YouTube and watch our interview with Rudy. Your Wildcat of the Week is number 25. prankster Rudy Guimont. And that is it for the show, my good man. That is it for the show this week. Don't forget, the Santa Claus Parade is this Saturday at 5 p.m. in downtown. Will you be there?
You know what? I think probably going to pass on it. Whoa. Avery has dance till 5 on Saturday, and that's what time the parade starts.
The Wildcats can move. The dance studio can move.
So I figure by the time she gets out of dance and we get downtown, it'll be like 5:30.
Yeah.
And by the time we find a parking spot, the parade's going to be over.
Yeah.
So I think we'll take advantage of that by going to the Magnetic Hill Wharf Village on Saturday night when nobody's there.
Yeah.
Because they're all the parade. And I believe Santa goes on Saturday nights and they do pictures with kids for $5. So that's, again, a plug for the amazing Christmas Village at Magnetic Hill Wharf Village. Santa is there Saturday nights, I think, and it's $5 for pictures. So
now I have to decide if I want to do the parade. We're going to do the parade. I'm not allowed to not do the parade. Are you kidding me? And again, please don't forget, as the weather's turning from rain to white stuff on Monday, and it's coming, it's getting there. We are partnered with Speedy Auto Service on Mountain Road to do our first annual Wildcats podcast warm head, hands, and feet drive for the less fortunate. So if you want to donate toques, mitts, socks, winter coats, slightly used for adults or kids, the bin's actually getting pretty full.
or cash.
Cash.
We got cash Friday
We got
night.
cash. If you don't want to go buy this stuff, give us cash. You can make a donation as well to monctonwildcast@gmail.com, and we'll purchase those items for you. You can drop off Monday to Friday, 8 to 5 p.m., or you can donate at any time. It goes till December 12th. Enjoy the parade. Enjoy the wharf. For Jeremy, I'm Adam. We'll see you next week.
Thanks for listening to another episode of the Wildcast Podcast. Follow us on social media at Moncton Wildcast.